North Korea fighting back against President Trump.
The absurd reality that a person like Trump, a mentally deranged person full of megalomania and complacence, that he committed an irreversible mistake of making our rockets visit to the entire U.S. mainland inevitable.
And the president tweeting his reaction to the speech. Just heard Foreign Minister of North Korea speak at UN. If he echoes thoughts of Little Rocket Man, they won't be around much longer. So is this the toughest stance we've seen against North Korea by a president? Here to weigh in is former CIA analyst Dr. Sue Terry. Dr. Terry, thank you for joining us. What do you think? I mean, the president, the toughest, bluntest talk we've heard against North Korea, who has unprecedented missile tests, more than 20 this year, some of them going over our allies. What do you make of where things stand?
Well, it's true. Certainly no U.S. president has talked in this manner, really taking a very tough stance. North Koreans were riled up before when President Bush called North Korea part of axis of evil, but I don't think they expected quite of this level of rhetoric coming out of Washington. My only concern is it's going to escalate because North Koreans cannot back down either. They have Kim Jong-un is bent on completing the nuclear program. They have always said they have to perfect their nuclear arsenal to achieve that ultimate capability to attack mainland United States with nuclear-tipped intercontinental ballistic missile. And now they will have to react to probably a seventh nuclear test or most likely another intercontinental ballistic missile test.
So the foreign minister of North Korea yesterday at the UN saying it was an irreversible megalomania act, taking an irreversible. Yeah. Are we headed towards some military action, in your opinion?
I hope, and I still believe it's not likely, just because that taking military option would mean massive casualties. I just don't see how we can avoid a big conflict on the Korean Peninsula, just because North Korea is already a nuclear power that puts Japan and South Korea under nuclear threat. We have conventional artillery pieces, North Koreans do, over 10,000 within 60 seconds of Seoul. So if we do take military action, we'll have to be prepared for retaliation from North Korea. Of course, at the end, North Korea will be devastated and utterly be destroyed in an all-out conflict, but Seoul and Japan will particularly take a big hit.
Quickly, as a former CIA analyst, in some of these countries, Iraq, Libya, when you want to do a regime change, you can get an insurgency started, you can make contact with the people, but they call it the Hermit Kingdom for a reason. It's so isolated. Yes. Is that an option with North Korea?
I think it's very difficult with North Korea. It's the most isolated country in the face of this earth. We call North Korea a hard target for country for a reason. I think it's a very difficult option to pursue that too. So we don't have a lot of good options, I'm afraid to say.
Unfortunately, in the insults escalate. Yes. Dr. Sue Terry, thank you very much
for having me
for being here with us.